Hello YouTube and welcome back to old Flads. This is Nostalgia Avenue and we are bouncing in with Double Dragon Neon. A few of you may know about this game because it has been through quite a few iterations throughout its lifetime, although it did start in the 1980s. And although I didn't have it initially, and I never even owned an NES. I did play an NES when I was sort of between the ages of sort of 6 and, I don't know, 10 perhaps, and Double Dragon is one of those games. This game, Double Dragon Neon, however, is actually a couple of years old now. It was pretty much put out on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network in 2012. But now that the PC guys have got hold of it, I am going to show you how awesome this game is. But we've got to bear in mind, of course, that there are some issues with this port, but we'll go over them slightly. I've been playing a bit of it, and it is as epic as I remember. We're going to jump straight into level 2 because this is kind of crazy, if I'm being honest. So, mission 2, the back alleys. Now, if you would like to see a playthrough of this, remember you're going to have to like it, and you're probably going to have to share it about because this is likely to be a one-off unless I get 30 likes. And the reason that I'm asking for 30 likes is very simple. I do not want to start up a series on this unless it's going to be something that people are going to enjoy. Because I know that I get a lot of likes simply from people being my friends, but in the main part, that doesn't necessarily mean that the series itself is going to be a success. I've still got frickin' that stupid bonus thing. It's like a power-up. Basically, I'm using the thumbstick, and it's a fairly standard side-scrolling brawler as you'd expect from this sort of era. It's been given some flashy graphics and a whole lot of ambient occlusion as well, which I don't know if I'm overly happy about, to be perfectly honest. It does, however, have quite a nice float. It's a little bit clunky, which I wasn't expecting. My memories of Double Dragon was that it was pretty fast-paced, and this is, I don't know, I think the way to describe it would be to say it's like a little bit, almost too controlled, like restrained almost. And I'll try and show you what I mean about that. Double Dragon itself, though, this actually has a co-op mode on it as well, which is all I remember of Double Dragon. Never really remember playing the single player. Always sort of co-op, same screen as well. It was never split screen. You basically couldn't go anywhere unless you both moved at the same time. It was actually a very cool idea, and it's a shame that a lot more games don't do that at the moment, because I think split screen does often cause some issues, especially when you're playing locally and on a small screen. Like when I first played this, we would have been playing on like a 14-inch black and white TV. I'm almost certain of it, and it was a big thing as well. It probably weighed as much as like a plasma does now. But now, right, so we've got songs. I'm going to try and take you through some of the basics of this game. You can pick stuff up as you could in the original, and you can throw and hit people with stuff as you could in the original. They've kept a lot of things true to it, and a lot of things are still as awesome as they were, including the music. Now, I had to turn it down quite a lot, but you should be able to pick the music out, and I've got a real thing for 80s music. It's not necessarily that I listen to it a lot when I was a kid, because obviously I was born in 1985, so I only have 5 years, so my memory of 80s music as a child is pretty much zero. But it's been nice to sort of have that nostalgia blast as we've come back into this game, because I have got a thing for like that. For some reason, new romantic music and stuff like that, really, I really quite enjoy it. I don't know, maybe that's just me. In fact, it probably is just me, but nonetheless. So within this game, you have your power bar. Wow, she fucking nearly owned me. You have hot women that are like dominatrix. They just love beating me up. They love giving me like the punishment, and there's a little bit of me that quite enjoys it as well. Shit, I lost a life. Need to concentrate. There is a boss at the end of this level, so it does get a little bit difficult towards the end. And I'm going to show you the whole level, even though it's probably going to take about 10-12 minutes, I guess I'd have thought. Because I think in order to understand the sort of craziness of this game, you got to see all of it, and this level in particular is a perfect example of it. Now, with weapons, you have you can sort of upgrade the weapon and their stats and stuff. Weapons will drop after a while. You can't just keep continually battering people with them. And they have varying degrees of success, and you'll get offered various weapons. It's important to make sure that you utilise the fact that you can... hold on, you get down that hole. It's important to remember the fact you can utilise them for combos, and you can throw them as well. So if you think it's about to die or something, you can actually throw it, and you'll get a little bit of a damage increase on it. Everything is, all these little things are destructible, as it was, as I remember, and that is a cool thing. Let's move along a bit here. I can't remember where the next... Oh, here we go. There is a little thing back there where you can upgrade your... You can upgrade your perks and stuff, which I'll show you in a second. But they require mithril, basically. And in order to get mithril... Stop hitting me with the bat, dude! Come here. In order to get mithril, you have to complete bosses, so hopefully we're going to get a bit more at the end of this. If I don't get killed... Where's that knife? That knife is freaking painful. That's better. Yeah, gymnastics. Suck that. Now, there is a lot more... one of the things I was saying earlier about how this game has changed, okay, it's quite... there's a lot of button bashing, but there's not a lot of response from the controls, if I'm being perfectly honest. And that's a little bit worrying for me, because I would expect a game like this to be pretty easy on the whole sort of coding side of things with regards to making it flow. I would actually prefer it to be probably 3 times faster. And we're about to show you something a little bit crazy now. Yeah, I would like it to be about 3 times faster, and the reason for that is simply because this game should flow far better than it does, and it's cool, and I like it, and I enjoy the fighting style of it. I just wish it was a bit quicker. As you can see, we've just gone into a building, and the building's taken off, and it's going into space. I can't say I fully expected that when I first opened the game up, but because I didn't have any prior knowledge of it. But okay, here we go. This is the boss dude. I haven't got as many lives as I'd like. In fact, I haven't got anywhere near as many lives as I'd like. But we're gonna fight now. This also shocked me because this dude looks badass, and I had a certain expectation about his voice. You'll just wait.
I'm your worst nightmare.
Now, that is quite possibly the stupidest voice I've ever heard for a boss. And we are actually wailing on him. I've managed to upgrade a few things since I last did this level, so it does mean that I'm a little bit more powerful. And the reason I wanted to come back is pretty much... Wow, that's still powerful. The reason I wanted to come back was so that I could pretty much do this a lot faster, because I died a lot the first time. To the point where I had to continue. I think the first time I did it took me 4 continues or something. That thing is... This little move... In fact, while we're here, I'll quickly show you. Okay, so these are the set moves that I can do. These are my specials. So I've got 1-inch punch, knee drop, brodozer. I'm actually going to go back to this spin kick, because it's a lot better. So we'll choose that, and you can unlock 8 of those, 10 of those, sorry, as you move along. As you can see in the top, that's my mithril count, which is 6. Music is still epic. Then these are my stances. So these are the various types of buff you can have for your individual character. So you've got successive strike if you're going to hit people a lot. You don't really want that whilst you're in a boss fight. Then you've got magic gambit, which focuses on magic. Desperation, which is for when you're under 50% health, you get huge impact boosts. Training wheels, which is actually the best one at the moment, I think, because you've got a far better defense. So we'll go for training wheels as well, I think. In fact, does that offer a great deal? No, we'll go for training wheels, and we'll come back in. So you unlock those as you... Oh, wow. Shit. Didn't want to do that. So you unlock those by killing people and picking up music tapes. And everything is based around the music tapes. And life is replenished by drinking soda, of course. And the only trouble with that spin kick is that it uses up a crap ton, an absolute crap ton of my special bar, which you can see in the corner there, which is actually my like electric charge. But once it does hit, it does do a lot of damage. Do not want to get hit by Skuller Slam. Come on, move out of the way. I'm going to try and complete this quickly. This did not want to get hit by that either. Fortunately, due to the fact that I'm now ranked up a little further, it means that I don't... Come on, get out of the way. It means I don't take quite the damage I did before, but it's still a pretty powerful boss, even though... Oh, I say he's a pretty powerful boss. He's actually dead now, so there you go. And that is the end of mission 2. So thank you very much for watching. That was quite a long level, but nonetheless, it's incredibly difficult, this game. And I actually quite enjoy that, because I remember the original being very easy. So, yes, there you go. Double Dragon, Neon, Retro, Nostalgia, Insanity, more Mithril for me. If you would like to see more of this, because it does get wild throughout the whole game, then remember, 30 likes is the total. It's a lot, but I'm only going to do a series on this if people genuinely want it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been on Flads. Cheers and goodbye.